Do I have any final thoughts today?
Well, we're going to be recording in 2 seconds, so.
Oh,
All right, welcome to the Zombie Eaters podcast. Hi, Zach.
hello, how are you?
Good, man. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Rosie, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Zach.
You know,
What's up?
I'm not pleased with YouTube. You know, fuck YouTube. Fuck them. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. He's probably involved in it.
I told you to unplug it and plug it
I
back in.
did all that. You need to give me
That's how
some
you-
credit, dude.
That's how you fix electronics. You just turn them off and
I
turn them back
know.
on again.
That's how we fixed the internet during NAM.
Y2K.
What does that mean? Oh, yeah, 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Seinfeld did a great episode about that. Where
I think I remember that
Newman
episode.
was trying to throw a New Year's Eve party, and Kramer was doing one too. So they called it the Newmanium. and then Jerry informed Newman about the year. There was no year zero, so his party was going to be a year late. And it was just great. It was like Jerry's final swan song to Newman. So yeah, here we are. We're on the Zombie Eaters podcast. We were going to go live tonight, but
Rosie just
for
couldn't
some
quite
reason,
figure it out.
I couldn't quite figure it out. I figured it out yesterday with no problem. But of course, you know, when it matters, YouTube's got to be a fucking cunt. So, but anyways, I digress. That's going to be fun. And I feel like it's going to be a good show. You know, we're going to have a good time. We're going to give it a go.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what happens. You know, and hopefully the comedy will always be there. And everybody will get along.
By everybody, you mean you versus Derek.
Me versus the world.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
basically what I mean.
Yeah. What are you writing?
I had lunch yesterday with my buddy Chase
Uh-huh.
at a very good restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants in California. And it's called Longboards, and the owner is actually from New England.
Somebody was just telling me about that the other day.
It might have been me.
They have good brunch there.
Fuck Brunch, dude. Dude, Brunch is the fucking bisexual of the M.E.A.L community. Brunch
How do you
drives
mean?
Brunch drives the Subaru.
I don't know what any of that means.
Like, it's like, dude,
So
make
let's
up your
just-
mind. It's like, make up your mind. Do you want fucking like breakfast or lunch? Just get one or the other.
Both.
It's almost as if you're. It's almost as bad as a buffet. You know, like people go to the buffet line and it's like there's all their emotional problems on a plate.
A buffet?
Yeah, a buffet.
A buffet.
What's the difference between a buffet and a buffet?
Dialect, regional, the way people speak.
Oh.
I don't
East
really
Coast
think
and
that's-
West Coast.
Oh.
Yeah, but I really think that when you give people like full range to do whatever they want in an open field of like feeding, it's chaos. And you always got the people that are like
They get
following the
everything.
other people around. Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
so true.
yeah.
I'm
and
kind of
so-
that person when I go to a buffet,
Yeah,
too.
the same kind of person that likes brunch.
I used to work at a brunch place.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah.
place? Old Country Buffet?
No, I worked at it was a grocery store, but we opened a restaurant inside the grocery store, and then on Sundays we
Oh.
would have a brunch.
Kind of like
Whole
that
Foods?
place in Whole Foods that has that they have good sandwiches there. Devin turned me onto it. I can't remember the name of it.
But yeah, it's that.
But speaking of like buffets and brunches and all that, Las Vegas, that is an open field of chaos.
Like
Like food, drugs, booze, gambling, prostitutes.
I feel like that's everywhere.
You can ruin your life in one weekend in Las Vegas. And I'm going there.
In a few hours.
I'm going there.
You're going there in a few hours?
No, he was saying you can ruin your life in a few hours.
Oh,
in
yes,
Vegas.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, it would take me an hour.
Yeah.
Fucking
right.
done. Yeah.
I could ruin my life in a few hours anywhere.
Yeah, right. That's true. But in Vegas, there's more opportunity.
It's
For
I
at
you.
your
feel like it'd be
fingertips.
more fun.
I feel like I think it would take longer because there's so many ways you can just completely fuck yourself.
Yeah, you try to
You're
do all
trying
the
to
ways.
figure out the best way. Yeah.
You just like
Yeah.
you like do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like the like at brunch.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of this, a
Yeah,
little bit of that.
It's the brunch. Yeah, yeah. Well, buffet. I think that it's more like the like you got the lesbian, and then you got like breakfast is like the straight person, and then lunch is the lesbian, and then supper is like your parents, I think. You know, and then you have the snacks is when you're like experimenting. But lunch and breakfast somehow like commingled and became like, you know, the fucking, it was like Rosie O'Donnell, and then it was like, you know, what's the other one that Cher's kid that chopped his dick off? Or, Chaz Bono.
Yeah.
You know, and it somehow just became this amalgamation of like, you know, we don't want to be this and we don't want to be this. We want to be everything. It's fucking selfish.
But they are still something because they're brunch.
Yeah, but bisexual people are something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, it's enough. Like, you gotta have all the pie. Just take a fucking piece of cherry or whatever and stick with it. You don't have to have like half the cherry pie and half the apple pie.
You get more options.
Get more options, but like, I don't see the point in having. Like, I have a hard time with just dating one person. You know, like that's why I never like saw the allure of like polygamy, in like having like like sister wives or whatever the fuck they are. It's like there's a lot of weird shit.
Well, let me ask you: Are you bisexual or are you straight?
I'm bi-curious.
So you're straight with questions.
With gay tendencies.
Okay, so.
Well, no, I'm straight. But I mean, sometimes you mean like in like my sex life or like my eating life. Because we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about sex life.
Oh, I'm straight. I'm a heterosexual male.
Okay, so that's probably why you don't understand.
Understand
what it's like to be bisexual. To want a little bit of the cherry and a little bit of the peach.
I understand the allure of having more options, but I'm the kind of I don't do well with more options.
Yeah.
Like I need things like limited. I need like that's why I do so well in school. Like you take this class and then okay, great structure. I like that. If you're like, oh well, you can take one of these 4 classes. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like I don't like getting more options. You know, I think like that's even when I go to buy a car. Well, what options do you? I don't want any options. I just want the car to turn on. Get to point A and point B.
And wants the basic package.
And I want it to have air conditioning and heat. That's it. That's what I want. Like, oh, do you want this? I don't want that. I don't want the undercoat.
You don't want the options.
Yeah, I don't want the options. I don't
Just
want
give me one.
Well, how are you going to start the car without keys? I'll fucking hotwire it.
Well, like, why wouldn't they give you keys?
Oh, it's another Seinfeld reference. When Seinfeld was buying the car when Putty started selling cars.
Oh,
and him and Elaine broke up.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. We don't either, but they do.
Not at all.
These guys, they do. They know what I'm talking about.
They were there.
They were there.
They were
yeah,
there.
and George at the fucking twin spot. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, but anyway, I don't like the options. That's why. Like I said, I understand why some people are bisexual, but it's like, but you can't give me the argument. Well, I was born this way. It's like, well, you're born one way. I get that, and you can't change it. From what I understand, like I don't buy into that whole like if you're gay, you can like pray it away or like that's absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
that's just the
it's like part of your it's like part of your soul.
It's part of the Christian faith trying to have more control over. So I don't agree with that. And like if somebody wants to be gay, have a fucking great time. You know, fucking if you want to be a lesbian, have a great time. If you want to identify as a fucking woman or a man or whatever they're doing now, fucking a picadillo, fine. But just pick one. Just stick with one. You know.
Yeah, I'm bi-curious when it comes to food. I like or bisexual, I guess, when it comes to food.
Yeah.
I like to get a little bit of everything.
Yep.
I love food. The only food I don't like is wasabi.
Yeah.
And that's more of like a sauce, I guess.
Yeah, it's a Japanese horseradish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like it?
No.
I do. I like sushi.
I love sushi. And I do like the sushi. I do like the little bit of wasabi and the soy sauce, and you mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. But like,
some people put like a glob of it.
The first time I ever had sushi, my buddy was like, "Here, take this wasabi, and you coat the whole top layer of, and then you put that layer of wasabi on your tongue when you eat it." And I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah. Got you.
He got me good.
Yeah, I got good. I got really good ones. My buddy, when I was up in college, this dude, like, I don't know how he managed to get away with what he got away with, but he really, he got me, like, so many times. So, before I got sober, I really didn't like flying. I really don't like it now, but, like, I didn't like it to the point where I needed to take, like, Xanax before I flew, just to deal with all the shit, because, like, I knew that, like, if I go to the airport drunk, I'm not getting on the plane. I'm going to lose my shit. I knew that much. So So I was like, I won't drink. I'll take a couple Xanny bars and I'll be fine. And that's what I did. Is I flew a lot. I was flying from Florida to New York, from New York to Florida to Boston to, all over the place. So I flew a lot. And one day I had to fly. I was flying from Syracuse to Tampa, and I didn't have any Ativan, no Xanax. I had no anti-anxiety medicine. I was fucking freaking out, and I had a wicked bad hangover. And so I went to my buddy's house. I'm like, hey, dude, because he said his dad sometimes took Xanax. So I figured I'll get a couple from him. So I was like, hey, man, I'm like, you have any of those little, those Xanax? And I'm flying. He's like, oh, yeah, I got you, dude. So the 0.5 milligram Xanax are apparently they're blue. But he knew I was colorblind, so it didn't really matter. Mm-hmm. So he gave me these 2 pills. He's like, that'll hold you over. So I take them. I get to the airport. I'm like, I think I in my head, it had the placebo effect. I thought it was working because I wasn't really freaking out.
Yeah.
But then I'm getting on the plane and I'm sitting there and my fucking heart starts racing and I got an erection.
Oh no.
So I texted my buddy. I'm like, dude. Do you sure you gave me Xanax? He goes, oh no, I gave you Viagra. And I'm like, I just took 2 fucking Viagra. I'm like, dude, I'm 23. I don't fucking need Viagra. Why would you do that? He's like, have a nice flight, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I have this fucking boner, and it's not like I can just go in the bathroom and jerk off. Those bathrooms are not conducive to masturbation.
I think even if you do masturbate, it still
not
doesn't
gonna
go away.
Yeah. So eventually, I fucking told, because I was flying, but I was also flying for free because the family connection I had with JetBlue. So I knew the flight attendants, and I told one of them, this girl Rachel, I'm like, hey, my buddy gave me Viagra. She was like, oh, you got a date? I'm like, no, I didn't know it was Viagra. I thought it was Xanax. And she's like, oh.
So did she help you?
She was like, well, your friend sounds like he's kind of an asshole. I'm like, yeah, a little bit. And so she's like, well, I can give you a pillow. So I had a pillow on my lap the entire flight.
She offered you a pillow?
She could put over my lap. So I was at a
She didn't offer you a blowjob or?
No, dude. No.
That'd have been cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah, this would have been a way cooler. So I probably would have led with that. I got blown on JetBlue. You want to know why? I would have been calling my friend taking him,
Yeah.
But no. And so then, that was the first time he got me. So the second time he got me, I went over there again, hungover, and I had a final that day. And I spent the night there. And I woke up and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to get to school. And I'm like, dude, I got a headache. Where's your Tylenol? He was like, oh, I got some right here. And he gave it to me. And I'm like, all right, I got to leave in 20 minutes. He gave me 2 30 milligram Dilaudids. And I'd never taken Dilaudid before. I'd never taken, morphine. Dude, I'm sitting in his, living room chair and I was just like,
Florida.
Did you fucking what did you give me?
This is not Xanax.
He's like, I gave you Dilaudid. And I'm like, what's that? I'm trying to look it up on my phone. I can't even spell it. And I'm like, why would you do that, dude? I got a final. And I showed up at class, and my professor was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was like that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where he took the fucking Quaaludes. And I had no pencil, no Scantron. I didn't have my fucking, anything I needed. I just walked in there in, fucking, sweatpants and, a hoodie. I was hungover. I was all fucked up on friggin' synthetic heroin. I'm just standing there when he's like, did anybody have an extra Scantron? Gives it to me. I'm at my desk
Did you even finish the exam?
I got an A.
What the fuck?
I got a fucking A. Yeah, and that professor actually, I actually still stayed in contact with him because I ended up TAing for him, and he always talks about that. He's like, dude, I cannot believe you got a fucking A in that fucking final. Because I told him what had happened after class.
Right.
I told him what was going on, and he was like, who the fuck is it, dude? How did you manage to do so well in school? I'm like, I don't know. They were convinced I was cheating. But, dude, I was so fucked up I couldn't have cheated. I couldn't even freaking spell my name. So, it was pretty bad. But anyway, that rat hole we went down again from Brunch.
I don't know what it is about us, but, I was loaded in engineering school, and I was the only reason why I failed out was because I literally just stopped doing, I stopped going to class, I stopped doing the homework.
Where did you go?
University of Missouri.
Oh, that's a good school.
Yeah,
Mizzou,
they have
right?
one of the top engineering schools in the
good
United
wrestling
States.
team too.
I didn't know that.
They have colorful slinglets.
Them in Iowa. They're the Greco-Roman champions of the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're corn fed.
Big fucking white dudes, man. Yeah. You ever seen offensive linemen for like the Iowa Hawkeyes or like
Yeah, they're big.
Mizzou? They're fucking huge. Nebraska. All right. So actually, what's going on here? All fucked up. All right. Yeah, Vegas. I'm gonna go to Vegas and see Jen, who's a mutual friend of ours, and yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast out there with a couple people I know that I met through her Zoom meeting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
So you're gonna take all your equipment?
Just gonna bring my laptop.
I guess it's not a bunch of shit.
You know. Plus, I'm sure there'll be like other things I could plug into. I'm not gonna bring the desk.
I think you should take.
I might bring the Elliott Smith with me to make Dulcie happy. You imagine me walking
You're
up
on
to
the plane. What's up?
Oh, you're
This
flying.
won't fit up top. I'm like, plus I'm flying, dude. It's a hiccup.
Yeah.
Up and down, easy. So, but anyhow, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm actually really looking forward to
You're
that.
like going through the aisle, like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, did I get you?
They're like, sir, you can't take that on the plane.
Yeah. I actually have to fly. I'm actually flying Southwest. I'm going to fly Southwest out of Orange
So
County.
you're not going for free.
No, my sister works for Alaska now.
What?
Yeah, she left JetBlue.
Like the state?
Alaskan Airline. I'm sorry, not Alaska. I'm sorry. Cape Air. It's a smaller airport, but she's actually
Gape Air?
Cape.
Cape Air.
It's out of Cape.
What's on your
Cod.
mind,
Oh,
Zach?
like a cape.
Not like
Like a
Superman's
superhero.
cape. Not
Like-
like Superman's
like
cape.
Cape
that kind of
Cod.
cape?
Did you see the Superman cape?
Yes.
So Cape Air. They fly to like the like Bermuda.
Like the Bermuda Triangle?
No, they don't fly there. If they did, then
They would never come back.
Yeah. No, they fly to like Antigua.
So she's going, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I don't get to fly for JetBlue anymore. But if I ever go home, I can fly to Antigua for free. Yeah. But it's a smaller airline. It's not a big one like JetBlue, and she wasn't able to be a head pilot with JetBlue because it just takes a longer time for that to happen.
She's
So
a
now
pilot?
she's a pilot. Yeah.
I thought she was an attendant.
No, they don't get any fucking perks.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they get to fly they can deadhead to from Boston to Pittsburgh or whatever. But
So does she go to Missouri now?
Cape Air, no, they don't. They only go to
Nobody
the
goes
East
to
Coast
Missouri.
and their Bermudas.
Oh.
Yeah. No Missouri, unfortunately. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna be going to Vegas. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I haven't seen Jen in a couple of years, so not in person, not in the flesh.
Yeah.
She's a good shit. I like.
Well,
Jen
just
a lot.
don't ruin your life in a couple hours.
Oh, she won't let that happen.
Do you gamble?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever gambled?
Well, again, the color thing.
You don't have to know colors to gamble.
The fucking roulette thing.
They tell you if you win.
Yeah, but then I don't
You
know.
just
what I'm
say
going
red
for,
or
though.
black.
Yeah, and I don't want to
It's
do
a
that.
50-50 shot.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that because I don't know what's going on. They could lie to me. What if they know?
They don't know.
They could.
That's why you bring a friend with you that you trust.
Yeah, I can imagine you bringing me there. Just goose stepping by me to the fucking roulette table.
The trick to gambling.
What's going on? Oh dear God. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. But anyhow, yeah, let's take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about the speakerphone incident. That was fun. And
Speakerphone.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that when we get back from the break. So, you good to go, Derek?
Yeah.
All right.
Guess
man.
so.
All right.
Take us to the break.
We'll be right back.